Welcome to English with Miss Julia. This lesson is aimed at both beginner and intermediate learners. We read a story with the title Nino, the Tiny Pygmy Marmoset. I encourage you to pause the video regularly, identify new vocabulary, and practice your pronunciation. That being said, let's get started. Deep in the warm rainforest lived a tiny pygmy marmoset named Nino. He was no bigger than a human hand. Nino had bright eyes and a long curly tail. He loved to explore the treetops every day. Nino lived with his family high in the tall trees. They jumped from branch to branch with ease. Each morning they shared sweet tree sap for breakfast. Nino always finished last because he liked to look around. Sometimes Nino felt nervous because he was the smallest in the group. The bigger monkeys could jump farther and faster than him. But Nino had something special inside his heart. He had great curiosity and quiet courage. One day, Nino heard a strange sound below the trees. It sounded like a soft cry for help. He stopped and listened very carefully. The sound was coming from the forest floor. Nino climbed down slowly, holding tight to each branch. The forest floor felt huge and mysterious. Behind a leaf, he saw a tiny lost baby bird. The bird was cold and shaking. "Don't be afraid," Nino said in a tiny voice. The baby bird looked at him with hopeful eyes. "I fell from my nest," the bird whispered. Nino knew he had to help. Nino carefully wrapped his tail around the baby bird. He kept it warm with his soft fur. Then he looked up at all the tall trees above them. The nest was very high. Nino felt scared because the climb would be long. His hands were small and his legs were short. But he remembered his family's words about bravery. So he took a deep breath and started climbing. Up and up Nino climbed with slow, careful steps. The wind gently moved the leaves around him. The baby stayed quiet and trusted Nino. Their hearts beat fast together. Halfway up, Nino's arms grew tired. He stopped to rest on a wide branch. Looking down made his tummy feel wobbly, but looking up gave him hope. Suddenly, a colorful butterfly fluttered nearby. It landed softly on Nino's nose. Nino giggled. and the baby bird chirped softly. The moment gave them new strength. They climbed higher through twisting vines and branches. Sunlight shone through the green leaves. Nino moved carefully, but with growing confidence. He was proud of every step he took. If you are enjoying this story thus far, please consider clicking the subscribe button. This way you will be notified of all future lessons. At last, they reached a tall tree with a familiar nest. Three small birds looked out with wide eyes. Their mother bird flew around nervously. Nino knew this was the right place. Nino gently lifted the baby bird into the nest. The little bird snuggled close to its brothers and sisters. The mother bird chirped with joy and relief. Nino felt warm happiness in his chest. "Thank you, brave little friend," the mother bird said softly. Nino smiled shyly and lowered his head. He never thought of himself as brave before, but now he felt different inside. Climbing down was easier than climbing up. Nino moved smoothly from branch to branch. The forest no longer felt so scary. It felt friendly and full of life. When Nino reached the forest floor, a light rain began to fall. Tiny drops tapped softly on the leaves. Nino lifted his face and felt the cool water. He laughed with joy in the rain. Soon, Nino returned to his family in the treetops. They listened closely as he told his story. Their eyes grew wide with pride and surprise. They hugged Nino with their long tails. From that day on, Nino walked a little taller. He still felt small, but he felt strong too. He knew courage did not come from size. It came from the heart. The rainforest felt brighter and more magical than ever. Birds sang louder and leaves danced in the breeze. Nino noticed new sounds and colors each day. His confidence helped him see more beauty. One afternoon, Nino met a shy tree frog. The frog was afraid to jump across a big leaf gap. Nino showed him how to move step by step. Together they crossed safely. Another day, Nino helped a young monkey find his way home. He used his sharp eyes to remember the path. The monkey thanked him with a happy cheer. Nino felt proud again. Every kind act made Nino feel warmer inside. He learned that helping others made him stronger too. His fear slowly became smaller each day. His bravery slowly became bigger. At sunset, Nino often sat on a high branch. The sky turned orange and pink above the forest. He watched the birds fly home to their nests. Peace filled his little heart. One evening, the baby bird he saved returned to visit. It fluttered happily around Nino's head. "It's your turn to fly high now," the bird sang. Nino laughed with delight. The rainy season arrived with loud thunder and heavy rain. Some animals felt frightened by the storms. Nino stayed close to his family and comforted the young ones. They felt safer with him nearby. The forest changed with each season. New flowers bloomed and old leaves fell. Through every change, Nino stayed kind and aware. He learned that change could be beautiful. One day, Nino climbed higher than he had ever before. From the top branch, he saw rivers, trees, and clouds. The world looked endless and exciting. Nino's heart felt full of dreams. He whispered his hopes to the wind. The wind carried Nino's dreams across the rainforest. Nino knew adventures would always find him. He was ready for whatever came next. Nino continued to grow wiser with each small adventure. He stayed gentle even as his courage grew. The forest began to trust him more each day. He became a tiny hero of the treetops. Young animals now looked up to Nino. They followed him on short, safe journeys. He taught them how to be careful and brave. Nino enjoyed guiding them kindly. At night, stars sparkled through the forest canopy. Nino curled up close to his family. Their warmth made him feel safe and loved. The forest sounds softly sang him to sleep. Some nights Nino dreamed of flying like the birds. Other nights he dreamed of helping someone new. Each dream filled him with gentle hope. He believed in the good ahead. Even though Nino was tiny, his heart was very big. He learned that size never decides your strength. Kindness and courage can live in anyone. Even the smallest creature can shine. And so Nino the pygmy marmoset lived happily in the rainforest. He stayed curious, kind, and quietly brave. His story spread from branch to branch and tree to tree, and the forest felt brighter because of him. Thank you for reading this story with us. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button and do consider subscribing to our channel. This way we may reach learners from all over the world and assist them with their English language. We look forward to seeing you in our next lesson.